Hi, my name is Myeshia Floyd, and my informative speech is about Nager syndrome and how it affects my life. Um, my oldest daughter, she's 6 years old. Her name is Araja. Um, she has Nager syndrome. She was born with it. But when I first found out I was pregnant, I was so excited, like any other first time mom would be. Um, my pregnancy was normal. Uh, all my ultrasounds, they appeared to be normal. Every doctor's appointment that I went to every single one, was normal. It went routine. And I had my daughter a week before my due date. So I was 39 weeks whenever I had her. Um, until I had my daughter, the birth of her, everything was fine until she came out. Everybody in the room's face just had a blank stare. The doctor had a blank stare. And my mom was in there with me, and she said that there was something wrong with my daughter's face and my daughter's hands. So I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. So after a while, we took my daughter to the genetics doctor, and they said that she has something called Nager syndrome. Now, definition wise, I got it from the genetics home reference. It says that Nager syndrome is a rare condition that mainly affects the development of the face, hands, and arms. The severity of the disorder varies among affected individuals. And then I got from facesandcranio.org that some of the characteristics are underdevelopment of the cheek and jaw area, the downsloping of the eyes, the absence of lower eyelashes, and then the lack of or development of the internal ear and external ear, a possible cleft palate, underdevelopment or absence of the thumb, and shortened forearms and poor movement in the elbow. My daughter has every single characteristic that's on that list, but hers are not severe, and hers are just mild. So she was born with a recessed jaw where her jaw set back, and she had to have surgery to get it moved forward. She has 4 fingers on each hand. She has had surgery on one of her hands. They said that she had a cleft palate, but come to find out that her soft palate was just really flimsy. So whenever she drank something, it used to come out of her nose, and we are talking about a possible surgery for that upcoming, like this year or next year. Her eyes slope. She has a limited range of motion in her elbows and her wrist and hands, but it doesn't stop her from doing her everyday activities. She is just like every other 6-year-old that you can think of. The syndrome does not affect mental, it's just physical abnormalities. She's went through several surgeries. We've been to UK and Shriners. She gets, well, in the past she had developmental therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, but she passed all of them except speech. She wears bilateral hearing aids. So with the hearing loss, it affects her speech. So she still gets speech therapy through school and at home. We go to doctor appointments at least once a year just for checkups. So, I mean, she's totally normal. In some cases where it's more severe, some kids, they don't have external ears. They have to have cochlear implants. Some don't have fingers at all. Some don't even have their hands. But thank God my daughter, hers isn't as severe as everybody else. She does cheerleading. She does backflips, cartwheels, everything that every other little cheerleader does, and that just doesn't stop her from nothing that she wants to do. So that's my presentation on Nager syndrome. I hope that you learned a little bit of it. I would bring her up here so you could see her, but she's doing her kid stuff. She's watching TV. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thanks.